process of cutting alfalfa that we rent. It's got to get done. Yes, there's a dog running through the field. Any more questions? This dog frustrates the crap out of me because, yeah, a little bit ago he ran right at me and I had to turn the mower off. Okay, he's going on down the field there. He's actually made this field rough because he's out here digging for moles, which I'm okay with, but fill your holes back in, dog. Anyway, tired of being frustrated, tired of waiting on the weather. We got 4 days ahead of us. Yeah, this field's super wet. The material's super wet. It'll dry down. I mean, I've cut in the rain before. It's gonna rain a little bit more this evening, not much, like 2/10. I'm not worried about it. I think we got a ½ inch today. I think within the last 10 days, we've gotten like over 5 inches of rain. Yeah, there's one of those holes I was talking about. So anyway, this is just down the road from us. Second cutting, been kind of putting it off because from the road it didn't look like much, but it's gonna be all right. Alfalfa is in full bloom. We got a few extra things trying to come up, but nothing real bad. It's still gonna make really good horse hay if we get it made right. Just opening up this field, I'm doing it a little different. I'm giving myself plenty of room to turn on the end rows, headlands. Depends on what side of the creek you're from or what you want to call them. I'm going to give myself 6 passes. As you can see right here, I've got 3. But this field's a little odd shaped. It's straight, and then you got his front yard, and then you got this little patch back here. So I'm mowing at low RPM because it's kind of short, but it is thick. I probably could go more, and I'm mowing it fast. I'm gonna try and get as much done as I can here. I'd really like to get across the road to Jack's, what we call the lot, straight across from the farmhouse. I'd like to get there this evening also. That drain's pretty good. It actually has drain tile in it. So that drains really well. It should be okay. It should be. That's not going to make much. We do Jack's by the bale, so I think I'm going to work out something with Jack because I need to use this Bobcat somewhere else at another place when we make their hay to get their hay and their barn. It would make it a lot easier. But yeah, just frustrated with this weather. The forecast, I think I talked about it in the last video, the way that video started out where I said we have like 10 days of rain ahead of us. Well, that changed. So a little bit of water laying right there that I just went through. The blades aren't getting into it. I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna send it. I'm just gonna send it. There's another spot up here next to Oglesby's barn that had water laying there. I didn't see it in my first pass, but I've definitely seen it on the second. So I had to raise it up past that, but I think I'm past that low spot now. And like I say, I'm just opening this field up and I'm gonna give myself plenty of room to turn at the end. Why? Because I want to try not to make too sharp of turns. These front tires, even though they are 4-rib, they will try and tear up the ground. So if this was a 4-wheel drive tractor and we had the deep lug tires, I'd have to be even more careful. But it's what it is. We're gonna get some hay made here. Rough spot there. That's not from the dog. There's actually a drain tile that runs through back here. That wasn't leveled off right in my opinion, but we hesitated on this field last week because it just didn't look like much, but I'm gonna guess it at 400 bales. I'm gonna guess that we needed to make 300 to make money. I'm gonna guess it at 400, so let's go from there. I'm going to go back and forth here a little bit more, give myself, like I said, plenty of room on the end. I think I've said that 4 or 5 times now. And we'll catch you later.
so many times of hooking up this baler. It's just, we just do it, and it goes so easy, at least for me. Everything, same thing every time. Look at that, man, I backed up to it just right. Everything just seems to just go well. I need to lower that down. Backwards jack. It's just, I think I could do it blindfolded. There should be, okay, that's what I said. This is for to raise the pickup on the baler. These wires and stuff all go into the cab. That's why the back window is open. It will actually slip through that little rubber piece. And I will hold them. So the wires are for the camera. They are also, well, no, those are wireless, I'm sorry. So that would be for the fan on the knotters. And then we got our moisture monitor is what runs off that. The camera, the cameras actually run through the tail lights off of here. Excuse me, and then it's a wireless signal coming from there. PTO has almost dropped it because the chain got caught there. Open it up, it snaps in. You always want to make sure it's snapped in. It will come off, and that's bad. That little chain I just put on there is to keep that from spinning, so that will catch right here. That's a safety on everything that has a PTO. Yeah, go on it. Allergies this morning have been bad for me for some reason. That's that. Got to get the clip in the bottom there. I don't know why we can't right now. Seems like the pen is not going down far enough. But wait a minute, I just did. I think. No, I did not. That just broke off. That's not good. I'll have to fix that. So I'll go inside and hook up the wires for the moisture monitor. So we got pin, the jack's up, PTO's on, hydraulics hooked in, wires hooked in, and we're ready to go. And this, well, excuse me here, this magnet is really strong. Gosh. We built this, or Dad built that. You can buy them, but we built it. And I don't know if that's the issue right now that I'm not. That should be tight. It is. Okay. Just I clipped it and want to go in the bottom of it very well. Okay, that's that. I just wanted to show you that, and I've got to fix this. All right. Okay, so I got that fixed. The pin just wasn't down all the way, and I got the clip back on. We use that type of clip because the hairpin clip type we have lost. Because, you know, you're running over big tall windrows, and these windrows rub the bottom of the tractor there, and we'll hit that clip there also. And we have not lost those kinds of clips. Looking around, Dad's got these doors open. I don't know if he was going to grease, hasn't greased. Did he put twine in? This is what holds the twine. There's our twine. We also carry tools and stuff in there. Fire extinguisher. Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day. We didn't have one in there yet. I don't know that things have been greased yet. Dirty mess back here. Things have not been greased because, well, yeah, knotters have been greased. There is fresh grease on that. And he has not reset the counter because that we are going to finish up there at Jack's. That's why. I always like to clean this stuff out. Man, just the chaff and stuff that builds up. I think I've been through that before on these balers. Is just crazy. But and that's all these little tails that the knotters cut off sometimes. Counter says 156. That's what we did over there at Jack's yesterday. That's done. That cord hanging there is for a camera that I had up there. Not working. There's the fan. That fan blows through here, and if that fan wasn't there, man, you'd have stuff built up in here to where those knotters would be working in it all the time, and that chain would be running in it. Chaff and stuff built up under there, under there, under there. My God, it just does. All right. Little tails. When I deliver hay, if I see those on the hay, I pick them off. I'll just leave those in there. When we get over at Jackson Bale, those will just drop out the back. I'll go ahead and close this up. I'm not sure why that was open. So here's the deal. We pulled this in and the accumulator won't quite clear that doorway. We pull it in, keep the baler out of the dew, rain, whatever, but it has to be backed out. And you've got a pivot point there. You've got a pivot point here. Dad can't get it done. I can do it. You just gotta be careful. I actually turned the camera on so I can see and make sure I'm not gonna hit anything out there, and let's do that. So I have plugged things in, which is basically right there. Those plug in. That is our moisture monitor. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. That's what it always says at first. It's gonna tell us the moisture of that bale that's sitting in there right now. Sometimes it will gain moisture overnight. Depends on what it is, what we're baling. Yep, that one says 18. So it did, it gained a little bit. And it's beeping at us because we have it set at 17. See, it's just dropped back to 720.4 for whatever reason. We're gonna make sure our fan works. Over our knotters, that's that. We're gonna make sure our camera works. We gotta have parking lights on for those to work. That beeping noise is because the engine's not running. There's our camera, that's working. I got everything plugged in good together. That fan also is on the same wire as the wiring anyway, as the lights. So, in the camera. So, if I'm gonna use that camera backing out of here, I gotta have that fan on, which is no big deal. I don't need the moisture monitor right now. And it dropped down to 16.6. Getting drier as we go. Let's fire up here. Get our air conditioning back on also. This is a 2014 tractor, and for a 2014, it's got a lot of neat stuff. So, I'm just checking the hydraulic on the pickup, up and down. We're hooked up good there. And we'll back out of here. I'll put it up in first. We'll take it nice and easy. We may have a beeping noise that comes on because we still have a thing that is telling us we have low fuel pressure at idle. Not a fan of that, but yeah, we'll back out of here. And watch me mess up since I got the camera on now. But it's not that bad. Just watch things. I can see in the camera there. We're not gonna hit nothing. There is stuff back here. I can't remember which way you're going here. That accumulator is gonna want to head down the hill, but I'm gonna cut her around here so that it doesn't. Even if it did, we're all hooked up. We're good. Nothing's gonna roll down the hill unless something breaks on the tractor. But Dad's never been good at backing up a wagon, or not real good at even backing up a trailer. And he definitely can't do that. He's tried and he ran into things back here. So that's pretty simple. We're just gonna pull it up here, maybe park it up here in the shade. It'll be ready to go for him. Gonna have to charge you all up here soon, but I did not eat my Pop-Tart this morning. There's that. Oh. All right, well, afternoon, everybody. So this is Ford's up on Gordon Road, Spirit Horse Farm. Look it up. You're on Google. We're done. We square baled like 670, and then she told me she only wants like 1 to 200 until they get the second cutting. So I said, oh, okay then. With the detour we got to go around to Jamestown, I didn't want to have that much hair on the wagon. So she said, we're okay with round baling the rest, and you take what you want, whatever. We just need enough to get the second cutting. So made some phone calls. Mackey Road, I have 2 customers over there, been waiting on hay. They're maybe 3-4 miles away. That trailer and that wagon is going there tomorrow. So 250 bales altogether that I sold right out of the field, special deal. We're gonna start unloading about 8 o'clock in the morning if I can get my butt out of bed. I wonder what Mother Nature has in store for us this evening. My gosh, these clouds are something. If you can hear me, because the wind just now picked up. It was real still just a few minutes ago. Get away from the trees here. This is, yeah, wind's really picking up. It is wild. Wow, crazy. Yeah. That's what we need. More weather like this for sure. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we did get our 8 acres rained on today. As you can see, the hay got washed. And as that was all happening, a deal popped up on Marketplace that stay tuned because things may be changing around here as far as something showing up. It's a pretty big deal, and I got to buy more than I want, but I will have things for sale, if that makes sense. The pieces I don't want. We'll see. And hopefully we don't get blown away or sucked up in a twister here in a little bit. See ya.